It's cool. So I just spent the last 30 seconds watching you guys watch the sunrise. I've talked about this before, but the like wanting to scratch my own selfish itch, or just recognizing the need for community and fellowship around something that is just inherently positive. Just like coming to share gratitudes with you guys, and to be just to access ridiculous amounts of creativity and work that we can kind of put our digital hands on together and stuff like that. Just it's been in the back of my head for a really long time. And I honestly didn't think it was going to be in digital space, although in retrospect, of course, that makes way more sense. I'm just catching glimpses now of where all this stuff is headed, and I think it's going to head there very, very quickly. And it couldn't start with better people. It just couldn't. So thank you guys very much for being here and for being part of this. It's kind of an unspeakably big deal to me.
I have one. If now's the time after that mic drop.
Go to town.
Okay, I'm going to keep this short, even in my dizzy state. After I clear the weather. So, background. I'm dizzy because I came to service here before eating anything today. So that's how important this is. And so this kind of ties into what Yuri was saying. The human condition, requires feedback. It requires support. It requires people to listen with the intent to understand and provide candid, constructive feedback. And then what Corey said choked me up, because I was choking up anyway. And I'm like, yeah, the best. And we're just going to continue to bring in great people because we're magnets. So let's do this. That's all I got. Love you all. We're all awesome.
I'm going to piggyback on the being heard thing. I really appreciate that too. Uh, with the baby thing, you guys have been here for the whole thing, and we're within the last 30 days. So thanks for being a part of the group of people I keep updated, because I don't have a lot of people to do that with. So I appreciate you listening to me.
I get to randomly yell hashtag coffee baby all the time, and it means something. That's we win too. Thanks, Dream. Hey, Ron, you want to go?
Sure. I really appreciate this community of people expressing gratitude. Gratitude is one of the great uplifters in the world. And when you can be appreciative for the things that you have instead of the things that you want, it makes things better, right? It's not a silver bullet or anything, but it certainly improves. And sometimes progress is good enough. And so thank you, Corey and Greg, for putting this together and the community of people that show up, because how we show up and who we show up for is really part of what defines us as a community and human beings. So thank you.
Thanks, Ron.
Yeah, not to minimize, but to remain humble. When I first started doing a podcast about my local community, I initially was just going to do things like who's playing at what bars and where are the good places to eat and little interesting cultural things. And it turned out that there was a lot of important work to be done in notifying our community about things that were happening. We're a peripheral to a major market. And so journalists sort of would parachute in here and record on our area and then go back home to Tampa or St. Pete. And there was really nobody that was talking about the things that were happening that were perhaps bad right here. And it was difficult because it went from being a popular thing to being that's just Greg complaining again thing. But it was an important thing that the important things needed to be said. The reason I'm saying that is because I put a thing in motion thinking it was one thing, and it grew beyond what I expected it. So I got this jalopy rolling down the road and had no idea what was going to happen next. And so when you say, Greg and Corey made this happen, well, we started a thing. And we often don't know, we had one very, very limited and selfish and sort of juvenile goal when we started this. And within a day, Bob changed that. And then within a week, it all began to shift over to what it is becoming. And I'm thinking this morning, I'm marveling at all the building that's going on in our little digital world. But I can't wait to see what the next unintended consequence is. It would never have occurred to me that we could raise, serious money for a charity. And, so why did that happen? Because Corey met M Blue, right? Like there's things that started happening that are beyond what we intended. And I'm super enthusiastic about what happens next in here that we can't even see yet. Some cool thing that we don't even know yet.
Yeah,
the mystery of our digital future.
Yeah, I'm stuck in that thought because I'm seeing the bedrock framework of what's possible, right? And that's everything that I'm trying to set up with how the Uplift will reward people just for doing in-game stuff, and how we can sort of sell these land key NFTs and stuff like that. Like that sets the framework for potentially massive projects. There's a museum. I need to send this to you, Greg. There's a museum that basically raised $3 or $4 million to buy digital NFT art, and they created museums in the 4 major metaverse, Decentraland, and Crypto Voxels and a few others. It basically created massive installations. I've been doing a bunch of research on those things. They're not as cool as what we're building here. Like I really believe that. And they're selling land for like $100,000 a pop, right? Like it's completely mental. And they, the software is crappy. There's nobody there, right? Half the time, unless there's like a big event. Whereas here, everybody has kind of their own incentives to come whenever they want. Like you can see it in the server all the time. There's people in here playing and doing what they want to do. And of course, then you might travel by and like go by the Cathedral or go by what Russ is building. anyway, yeah, that unintended consequence thing, I sort of feel like we're in the process of creating a hyper fertile soil, or a super saturated solution, and a tiny little crystal will just make everything snap into something, that is a whole phase above this, which seems unbelievable even to me, but I think that's what's coming.
Yeah. Here's to the mystery, and thanks for the fun. Appreciate it. And everything.
Yeah. On that same, there's another project. I think I linked that. By the way, for those of you that are members of our Minecraft server, we have a group on Facebook where we post little links to different builds in the world and different ideas, ways to get inspiration. There's a library of forbidden speech where people have built a Minecraft library using the little Minecraft tools, paper, books in the world to recreate digital articles that are banned in certain countries. Like, things that are banned in Saudi Arabia or North Korea are actually available to people to read in a Minecraft world. So without having to download some file that could get you in trouble with your national government, you can actually go to this Minecraft server, go in the library, and read banned books. And that's a fascinating thing to me. That's the thing. Again, here's something I never would have thought of, but I'm so glad it exists in the world. And I see so much potential for that. Not necessarily a free speech project, but I don't know. One of you is going to have some fantastic idea for something that can make the world a better place, and it will express itself in cubes in Minecraft. That's crazy, and I'm all jazzed about it. So
it is crazy. All right, who else wants to go?
I'll go. One of my greatest pleasures in life is watching things grow, and especially if you're there from the beginning, then you can see the roots of something, and then just watching people grow, because they grow with whatever they're creating, and when people grow, then they create things in the world, and they grow and grow and grow, and it's just watching the dynamics. I love watching this sort of stuff. I love being a part of it. You guys are providing a great platform here for pretty much anybody to come in and grow along with the community. And the community's got great roots. I can't think of anything better than gratitude, to be honest. So it's just beautiful.
Truth. And hey, on that note, Yuri, I've seen you grow. I've seen what you've done for the online meditation community. What is it called today?
Oh. Thanks, Bob. We don't really have a name.
Well, anyway, that's on me. So yeah, you've been growing. So good job to everyone who meets that challenge.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, Russ, you want to go while I show off your epic frickin' volcano?
Yeah, I could, if you're going to show off the volcano. Well, it did change. You got to try the door though. So you're going to have to walk because there's a pressure plate in there.
I mean, I should have walked anyway.
You can go through the volcano and then walk, but
yeah, but I mean, walking up the stairs is all like dark and gloomy.
I haven't finished the path. It isn't decorated. There's no lanterns, but
either way, it's cool.
The top is good. The top is done.
Oh, now entering Rust's survival area.
That's just for the perimeter.
Hey, I need to correct something. Meditationmind.org. It's called Meditation Mind, is the meditation online community with 2,000 plus members. That wasn't meant as a commercial, but the appropriate amount of guilt was saying, yeah, you got to make up for that, not knowing that.
Right. That's a great place.
Whoa. This is new. You are a prisoner of your own mind. Free yourself.
Yeah.
Then what happens? Do I just keep walking?
Well, there's someone who's not quite a prisoner of their own mind. I found that funny.
Oh, look at that lava!
There's a villager in a cage.
Man in the cage.
I saw
but
everything, including the cage for the villager, and spawned the villager.
That was just a joke. The real stuff is
how to get in his base too.
Take a little walk to the left.
Russell, do you want to show everybody the base?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we'll do
actually,
that. We'll do that a little bit later, Leon.
There you go, right there.
Okay.
You just
What?
walked over it.
What? Oh, that's the perfect.
The
Oh,
lava opened up.
oh, snap! What? I am now afraid. Don't fall. Crap.
So,
Corey
Corey,
burns
You'll
to
have to
death.
go a little faster. The doors will close and the lava comes back.
Right?
for those who weren't watching,
Am
how
I
did you
dying
get-
right now? Oh, crap!
Oh no! How
Sorry,
did you
I
get
just
there?
said it.
How did you get there from the cathedral?
I went up to the volcano, took a left.